Hi, welcome to the Franchise Time Machine. So we have Reb Jr. in the chat, which is a good thing because he's going to be playing lowball creator roster tonight. Currently tied with Flying WV for the second lowest win total with 57. Flying WV recently took over sole possession of first place with 54 wins. So those are the targets, 54 and 57. Wasted Height, thank you for the scritches for Crouton. Let me go ahead and deliver those. Hey buddy, scritches are you for Wasted Height. Alright. Here, I'll bring your bed over here, buddy. There you go. All right, let's see. Looks like Rev Jr.'s mic might be working tonight, so we'll give that a try once we get the session set up. Rev Jr. is still mad I didn't take the outright lead first when the St. Louis left-handed Cardinals scored 3 ninth-inning runs to win for win number 57. Yeah, that was in the history of lowball. There have been some brutal wins. I know Nerd of Anarchy had a terrible comeback win, and then you had that one with the Cardinals with 3 runs. Nerd of Anarchy's was probably worse because I think how many runs was that? I think it was like, I don't think it was double digits, but it was a lot of runs. And it was like maybe the 11th inning, I want to say. I don't know. If Nerd of Anarchy shows up tonight, we'll ask the. I'm sure that's seared into his memory. I've got 2 teams headed to round 3 of the whatever the Monday night weekly is, so that's good. I was going to do the PTCS update, but I think I'll do that tomorrow because I want to get to the sim tonight so I can get to bed. And tomorrow is going to be an experiment. So unless LEs come out. If LEs come out, then we'll do some pack rips. But I'll have some time tomorrow to do that. The PTCS update. I was knocked out of the 6L. I was peeking to see if I was still in the 6L, but I'm now out of the 6L. So let me just sign in to so I'll be an account where I can keep an eye on this Monday night history lesson. Okay, so packaway form is ready to go. I already pinned it to the chat. I have the entry form. We'll go and take a look at that, and then we'll ask Reb Jr. about it when he's in the voice chat. But let's take a look at it first. I have to do the check to make sure it's all good. So I've already updated it to show tonight's run. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 relief pitchers, so that's 13 pitchers. I'm not seeing any starting pitchers here, though. Two catchers, left and right field, 2 center fielders, first base, 2 third basemen, second base. I mean, maybe these are supposed to be starting pitchers, but then there are no shortstops. You click shortstop and third base instead. Okay, so all these shortstops should be starting pitchers, and all these third basemen should be shortstops. Okay, so SP, 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 shortstop, shortstop. Okay. first base, second base, third base, shortstop, left field, center field, right field, catcher. Okay, everything looks good. All right, so now let's see if we can get the voice chat working. All right, rebjr, you should be in the stream now.
Yep. I don't know if the sound's coming. I have to mute myself, but
Okay, I think
yeah.
I need to turn you up a little bit.
I can turn myself
No,
up.
no, no. Let me do it here, because otherwise we'll get a double whammy. All right, try saying something now.
Hello, chat.
Okay,
Is
that
that
sounds
better?
better on my end. Okay,
Okay.
cool. Yeah, it's better. Yeah, it sounds better on my end. Z Grizzly said that's better too. Okay, so you're going St. Louis again, getting right back on that horse.
Yep. I think that that's probably the best team for this. I know that Flying WV loves and Kynan love the AL East teams,
Yeah,
but I think the
yeah.
NL Central is I think the NL Central is where it's at.
Okay,
And I think that the bad teams in the NL are less bad in simming than they are practically in real life in 2025.
okay,
Um, so I think like the Pirates, the Rockies, um, they tend to be better than like, and even the Nationals, for that matter, tend to be better than like the Angels and Fleming, and even to that matter, some of the AL East teams also.
did we lose Reb Junior?
Oh no, I don't think so. I'm sorry.
Okay,
I think
you're
it
back.
was.
You're back. So I'm looking to see what's different from last time. You've moved some third base and first base around a little bit. It looks like.
Yeah, so I think that it's just I pushed down the second base slots to the bench level.
Yeah.
And then all these first base and third basemen at the average level
Okay. Yeah.
I needed to get correct. Because I'm less worried about the bats playing in St. Louis because the park is, I guess, really home run suppressed. Um, so I think that that's going to be. I'm less worried about the offense. I'm more worried about some
Okay.
defense, especially with the strategy because I think I'm with the strategy I play. A lot of the teams play a lot of shifts and everything, so it makes a bigger deal.
Okay. Sounds good. All right, let's go ahead and get this set up. The pack waveform's already in the chat, pinned to the chat. All right, let's see. New game, new quick start game, create a roster, and this will be lowball 27. Um, Rev Junior, run number 2. Create that game. Let me open a notepad off screen here. Oh, I already have it open. Never mind. Okay, let's see. We're taking over the Cardinals. Reb Junior. Okay, let me update the mailbox real quick. And let's delete out the roster. All right, let's get cracking here. We've got. We usually come back to this between rounds, but for Legend and Star, it's all relief pitchers, so we'll come back to this again when we hit the good level. So we'll start with 6 relief pitchers, 2 Legend and 4 Star. Do you have any strategy for the relief pitchers tonight?
No, not really. I also learned that what I said last time is that having a bunch of left-handers doesn't actually matter as much in St. Louis. It's a symmetrical park.
Okay.
I think it's slightly favored, but it's not as skewed as I
Well, I
made
think
the
the thing
assumption.
that matters though is you're gonna face more righties, so you're gonna have more batters facing the favorable matchup, right, against you. Because it's not
Yeah,
just
I
the
think
ballpark factor; it's just righties hit lefties better. So, all right, 5 legend level relief pitchers. All right, here we go. Do we lose Reb Jr. again?
Oh
His
no, I'm
box.
sorry.
Oh,
I'm
there
just
we
I'm,
go.
I'm
Okay.
looking at some of these guys. I will take Cantu.
Relio, thank you again for the gigantified emote. Sorry, who are you taking?
I will take Cantu.
Cantu. Jerry Cantu. Okay, yeah, probably the
Often
flattest of the profiles here. Relatively low stamina.
often running on our left-handed pitcher
Oh yeah, there
count.
you go. Yeah. Jerry Caddy Cantu. That actually works with the last name a little bit. Legend. Is that a Billiam Babel emote, Reliot, that you gigantified?
I just saw this email now. I'm sorry, this emote now, and
Yeah.
it is something.
I saw Billiam Babel streaming for the first time recently, so that's why it's kind of fresh in my mind. Okay, that's one down, one other legend level reliever to go here. All right, 5 of these. And again, it's tough to get really good or bad dice rolls here. They're just all good.
Ooh, but there's some 45
Well,
control
yeah,
guys
you got
here.
a decent, you got some decent ones, low ball ones here though.
I will take like our guy Neil Breeding.
Yeah, also sounds like the name of an adult entertainment star. Could be a.
Oh, I'm not going to make a joke about one of the names in that list, but
Oh, I missed it.
there
Also,
was another.
Pood Galvin's nickname shows up here too for Neil Breeding, which is about perfect. Another gigantic. I don't know this one at all. Who is this? I've never seen this emote before. Thank you for another gigantified emote, really. All right. Yeah, this is a good lowball pick, I think. I got to take back what I just said about there's not much room here at legend level. That's definitely like a star level pick at the legend level, I think. All right, 4 star level now, relievers. Let's burn all these high level picks. Okay, here we go. Now at star, we definitely see some variance. So yes,
Um, I like.
what is that really? Now I can't wait to hear what this lesson is after seeing these emotes.
Oh boy. Uh, I will take. No, I'll take Horn.
John Horn down here.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, there are a number of good low ball picks here. I think this is a good round for low ball. It's basically like whatever your preference is, you can find it in this group. So
Yeah,
sorry,
I don't.
I did get it right. It's Joe Horn or John Horn.
Yes, I
Okay,
did change my mind like twice in the middle of that decision. So
okay. Freight Train, amazing nickname. that's a good one. I'm gonna get this next group out here, and then I'm gonna see what just popped up in the chat because there's a big message that hit the chat.
I will let you address these comments.
All right, let's see. Another batch of relief pictures, star level. Star level is great because you only need one bad one, and there's enough variability in star that you usually get a bad one. Okay, don't try using olive oil and garlic as a pizza sauce in the pizza oven that's hitting 650 Fahrenheit. Unless you don't like your average. Ooh, wow, did it flash over? Also cut off the tip of your left index finger earlier today. Wow, that is a rough day. And, the bad thing is, I always heard things like that come in threes, so be careful the rest of the night. I don't want anything worse to happen.
I think I'll take Guzman here.
Guzman. Yep, very flat profile. I'm guessing Argueta was also tempting, but I like this Guzman pick, especially Argueta's a lefty too, but
yeah. Seagraves was probably the next closest for me.
Seagraves. I mean, to be fair, I never would have thought about the olive oil and garlic flashing over, so it would have happened to me too. I never would have thought of that. And I have some pizza oven experience. A friend of mine about 15 years ago bought a house and built a fire brick oven in the backyard to make pizzas, and he always has these big pizza parties where he's like very strict about RSVPing because he's got to proof the dough, and he'll roll out as many balls of dough. I think he budgets like two balls per person, and so I've had tons of pizza oven experience, but I never would have thought of what would happen if it was olive oil and garlic in one. All right, I think this is the third before, but we'll double check after this one. All right, some interesting choices here too. Oh, dental appointment would be 3 of 3. So yeah, I think you're done. Hopefully you're done. Oh, you used to work in the oil industry. Yeah, so flashpoints should have been, yeah, but you know what? If it's one thing's your job and the other thing you're just cooking, it might not cross over in my mind either.
I think we're going to take Danny Benitez. I've had some good success with these very low control, high stuff pitchers being bad.
The 85 stuff is a little worrying, but that 35 control is too tempting, I think, to pass up.
I don't know if anyone else has had experience with those types of profiles that they've chosen.
I think we've seen mixed results. Sometimes the stuff is good enough that it can power through some weaknesses in the profile, but other times, like, low control is just too bad. But we'll see how it works out with this guy. This nickname actually works. Danny Brightly Benitez actually kind of seems like it could be a real nickname for somebody. Wow, take care of that finger. That sounds pretty rough. Moving on to paper towels and electrical tape sounds not great. All right, let's see. How many star level pitchers do you have here? Oh, just 2. I'm way off. We still have 2 more to go. Oh, wait. I didn't add this guy yet, though, did I? So this is 3. So I was right. This is the third guy. So we're going to add 1 more after this. All right, 1 more relief pitcher. Average age. Star level.
Some guys. Alternatively, I think that the low stuff. Well, this guy only has 50 control, so it's definitely just Ed McGregor here.
Yeah, if it doesn't have high HR and control, I would lean towards taking a guy like McGregor for low ball.
Rodriguez was tempting, but the 45 stuff and people aren't gonna hit home runs in St. Louis anyways. It feels like average.
Matchbox. I feel like Matchbox isn't a name you want for a relief pitcher. Like they're supposed to come in and put out the fires, not start them.
I'm hoping he starts some fires. He can be the
Well, yeah, in low ball, you. Oh, that's true. For low
all
ball,
the kindling
yeah,
we need
for
here.
low ball, that's a good nickname to have. All right, so for the good level, we've got 2 more relief pitchers to finish out your bullpen, 2 catchers, and a right fielder. All right, good level.
The low control, high stuff guy, or just like or Ricky Marquez, who just isn't very good. I think we'll take Marquez.
Okay.
I think this is a pretty solid pick.
Yeah. Yeah, nice and flat with the low control. This will be the first good level pitcher or player. Second and last good level relief pitcher and the last member of your bullpen. Okay, 5 of these.
Guys who are not very good at.
So,
Um,
Frelia, did you say what you were doing when you cut the tip of your finger off? I might have missed it, but. Sorry, rebjr, go ahead.
oh, I was contemplating. I'm almost wanting to choose my reroll, but I think it's just Eric Ward here.
Okay. I think there's so many pitchers in the bullpen. I don't know that I would use a reroll on a relief pitcher. You're opening a bag of smoker. Oh, were you using a knife or a cutter to open the bag? Okay, so that's it for the relief pitchers in the bullpen. 2 catchers now. Okay.
These look like some of the catchers we're looking for here.
Yeah, each one definitely has a flaw.
I'll take Tony Hinojosa.
Okay. Yeah. Probably the flattest of the profiles. And with that higher defense, the computer more likely to start him. So if you get a better bat, you can still hope for this guy to start.
Yeah, 60 power kind of scares me, but I think I'm willing to take the trade off of the lower BABIP. And
Yeah. All right. Well, this batch can
uh,
field too, so.
yeah, I think I'm gonna go with Martinez, and I'm gonna hope that the computer likes Martinez better than they like Tony.
You'll take the base hits over the home runs here.
Yeah, I think that was part of the problem with the last run I had with this team. Is they had a little bit too much team power overall.
Okay, yeah.
Shoe. His nickname is Shoe.
Yeah. All right, that's your second catcher. And then to finish out the good level, we've got a right fielder. All right, last good level player.
Really love any of these profiles. No, I think we'll just take Andy McManus. This might be a mistake, but we'll take Andy.
Okay. I mean, at least they're mostly bad defenders, but yeah, this is a better creator roster batch than a low ball, I think. But lowest power guy. My one concern is he's a lefty, so you might end up with a platoon. Oh no, this is your right fielder, not your catcher. So yeah, I think that's fine because I think you only have one right fielder. So yeah, I think that's fine.
You have the muscle memory of just going to the same like 3 teams on the list now.
I do. All right, next up, we're going down a level to average. You got left field, 2 center fielders, first base, and then 2 third basemen. And I like that you found a way to preserve all the pairings, so you're not splitting levels of any position.
Yeah, I think that, like I said, I'm less worried about the outfield, and I'm more concerned about how the middle infield is going to play.
Okay.
In the sense of they need to play badly.
Yeah. All right, left field, average age, average level. 5 of these. All right, now we're starting to look like low ball profiles here. A little more yellow and orange sprinkled in.
Yeah, I'll take our outfield Andys. We'll take Andy Sanchez.
Yeah, Andy Sanchez.
All the Andys in the outfield.
Aurelio doxing himself as an Andy. All right, let's see. Maybe you can maximize the total number of Andys on the team. How many is that so far? Andy. Okay, your right fielder and your left fielder. We have center field coming up, so let's see what you get here. 2 center fielders coming up back to back.
We need all the Andys in the outfield.
All right, let's see what happens here. Center field. Average age. Average level. No Andys here, but there's another center field spot coming up right after this. So.
Oh, this is a very easy John Cole pick.
John Cole, okay. Yeah, worst defender, lowest power, lowest eye. All right, coming up is our last hope to get an all Andy outfield. Another batch of center fielders coming. No Andys.
Oh
There'll
no.
be an Andy-shaped hole in center field. That's true. You could just add the nickname Andy.
I'll take Maldonado.
Okay, Andy Maldonado, welcome to the team. I think you know, thank you for the channel point redemption. I'll get the next batch out here, and then we'll give the scritches to Crouton. First base is next. Okay, let me get these up here, and then I'll give Crouton his Nerd of Anarchy scritches. Here you go, buddy. These are from Nerd of Anarchy. There you go, buddy.
All right, Terry Madungo. Madugno.
Terry Madungo. Yep. Madungo.
Only plays first base. That's what we like to see.
Okay. Good first baseman, I think, for a low ball here. Very good first base. Okay, then two third basemen will close it out. Try to keep these guys in mind since the computer will be choosing between these two. Will Bay, thank you for the raid. Was this your first OOTP stream as an affiliate streamer? Because I know you're out as an affiliate fairly recently, but I don't think I'd seen you streaming. I was actually watching your stream earlier tonight before I had to go on. You got two.
Oh.
Sorry. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I think Anaveros is the type of guy we're looking for on this team.
Yeah, low power. I think you're willing to
although there might be a case for Alvarez. The more I think about this, I'm going to take Alvarez actually.
Okay, Alberto Alvarez is the choice. No, you did. Thank you for the raid. Yeah, welcome in. So what we're doing over here tonight is we're playing one of our community games. Thank you for the gigantified yapper emote, Relion. We are playing low ball creator roster. So I've created some community games that people who watch my channel can play either through the chat or through the voice chat. Red Jr.'s doing voice chat tonight. And creator roster is one where people let me know what position they want at each level, and we create players based on that. So 5 players at a time. Right now we just did 5 average level third basemen. And then Rev Jr. selects which player he wants to keep. We delete the other 4, and then we keep going until we have a complete roster. And then we play that roster in the 2025 season. Oh, Rev Jr., thank you for the gift sub to Will.
And tell them how they sub. If they get discounted game redemptions.
Oh, that's right, yeah. So as a subscriber now, Will, you'll get your channel points faster from Twitch, but you'll also have access to a discounted channel point redemption if you ever want to play one of these games. So thank you, Rev Jr., for supporting the channel. All right, so Alberto Alvarez is your pick. And low ball is the version where we try to build the worst team possible. Regular creator roster, we try to build the best team. Low ball, we try to create the worst team. We also have a dead ball version of this that we play in 1914. And I think, Richard, you're going to play that next, right? With your next
Yep.
Zero Point Redemption? And
Yep.
then there's a studs and duds where you get 6 legend level players and 20 bench level players. And so you're trying to figure out how to get what 6 players you can choose to get a team of otherwise terrible players to the postseason. All right, so here's third base number 1. He is a righty. I'll go back to your profile since we're kind of sidetracked by the rate here. But this is what you got. Right-handed batter, plays second and third. So this is your first third baseman, and then we're going to create your second one. So third base. One of the reasons I like this game is it shows people how to use the player creation engine, and it gets people kind of accustomed to using the editor too. Oh yeah, 1914. Did I say 1915? Yeah, Seegers is right. It is 1914 this cycle. My chat knows my games better than I do, apparently.
I also love the fact you left out the normal creator roster as one of the options of these
right.
games.
I think I put that in there as I was talking about low ball. I say, oh yeah, regular creator roster, we try to build the best team. Low ball, we try to build the worst team. But yeah, the regular creator roster, I think, is falling to third behind low ball and dead ball. It's still ahead of studs and duds, though, I think.
All right, Blake Bobbitt. That's
Blake
also a
Bobbitt.
name.
Yeah, that will make anyone of a certain age cringe, I think, who is familiar with that story. All right. I guess one of these might end up being your DH.
I'm slightly concerned it's going to play one of these guys a second or shortstop. But
oh yeah, that's true too. Happen. That's true too. Do they have shortstop ability?
They both. One of them has shortstop and one of them has second base. So I think it's just gonna play
30
them all
at
over
shortstop
the
though
field.
is pretty rough. AW, good to see you, AW. All right, next up is. Oh, we're switching levels, so we're gonna put the roster file back up. So I don't know if Will's still here, but this is what it looks like when people submit their rosters.
Right, and they submit them correctly.
Yeah, legend level, right? Relief pitchers, good level, relief pitchers, catchers, right fielders, and now we're entering into the bench level. So we've got 2 second basemen, and then 3 of the 5 starting pitchers can be at this level. All right, so let's start with the second baseman, bench level second baseman. They're going to start to get really rough here, which is good for low ball. All right. Nerving says, for my Sims, that third baseman with shortstop will start unless you find a 35 defense guy. Yeah, it used to be a lot more dependent on defense in OOTP27.
Well, Joey Chandler looks like the most average of average low ball second baseman.
Tailor-made low ball player here in Joey Chandler. Got to grab these guys whenever you find them. This is a good one.
Still haven't found any more Andys yet, though. That's
a guy with this profile hit sub 200 the other night, so I have good hopes for Joey Chandler as a low ball player. I almost said high hopes, but that's kind of counter to the statement. So, all right, then we've got another second baseman coming up right after. Friends fan, no doubt. Joey and Chandler, that's right. His middle name is Ross. Second base. Average age. Bench level. Let's get 5 more of these. Yeah, some more good low ball picks here.
I'm almost tempted to take Uribe, but he might just hit just a little too good to not pick Dean Ellingsworth.
All right, Dean Ellingsworth.
Andez also is intriguing.
Yeah, it's a good pool. There's definitely some different ways to go
All
here.
right, I will take Uribe.
Hmm. Going with the worst defense.
Yeah, I think we can suppress the offense enough, and we just need to lose some one-run games. That's kind
Yeah.
of my mentality.
All right.
Whereas I know that Flying WV and some other people who do this game mode try to min-max. My strategy is pretty much the exact opposite, and we're just trying to lose as many close games as humanly possible.
I think I might have mislabeled the other second baseman as a average, so I'll have to go back and fix that. Yeah, Joey Chandler is supposed to be a bench level player.
But I do think it's been interesting seeing some of the other people who do this game mode and how they approach it, as opposed to how I do like the exact opposite every
Yeah.
cycle of everyone else does.
But the fun thing is, like, we've seen so far, multiple approaches work. So that's been one of the, I think, fun aspects of this game in OTP27. All right, 3 starting pitchers at the bench level. Then we move on to the scrub level.
Now this is where I have no idea what profiles perform for what reason. I don't think there's any. I think it's just all RNG though, but I have no way to understand how pitchers perform as in this game. Well, I can't say no to Justin Jones.
Yeah, I think
He checked all the boxes.
left-handed. Yeah,
High stamina, and he has the extreme fastball or fly ball.
yeah, and he's got the lowest control and lowest stuff. So I like this guy too. All right, let's get him on the team. Normally I'd label the starting pitchers, but since your only bench and scrub pitchers are starting pitchers, we'll kind of know who they are. All right, that's first of 3 bench level starting pitchers. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Anarchy. That guy might end up being in the number 1 spot if they try to put a relief pitcher in there. Although we have, yeah, we'll see, we'll see. All right, there's some tasty choices, especially for bench. Like these are bench pitchers that are reading a little more on borderline scrub.
Part of me wants to take Vasquez. Part of me wants to just re-roll this. Not a huge fan of the 50 BABIP guys. All right, I think we're gonna re-roll this. This is where we're using it.
Get rid of these guys.
None of those guys are named Andy or left-handed, so get them out of here.
Well, the lefty thing's a good point. You'll hopefully get at least one lefty in the re-roll here.
I would rather have a third Andy.
There are no Andys, but there are 2 lefties.
I'll take CJ Keffer.
Yeah, this is a good low ball lefty too. 35-35 is a nice combo.
He has the low stuff and the high enough stamina.
Your reroll definitely worked out well for you there. Okay, and then one more bench level starting pitcher. Then we'll move on to scrub. Starting pitcher, average age, bench level, 5 of these. Brother says I'm also left. Oh, really? Also left-handed, and another left-handed Andy. You bat, switch, and throw right. Wait. Oh, so you'd actually be a right-handed pitcher. That's interesting.
And it's kind of hard to go against Nick Pip here, though.
Yeah, I think
he's
so.
checking a lot of boxes.
Yeah, it does mean passing up on a lefty, but I think this is the better low ball pick here.
More scared of the 50 control, but the low velocity should make up for some of that.
Yeah. All right, that's it for the bench level. Blew through that pretty quickly. Yeah, managed to not take on any talent, so that's good. Let me make sure we're looking good here. Yep, 4 more picks to go. Is everyone labeled? Yeah, everyone's labeled. All right, we're in good shape. Let me do a quick save here as well before we go to the scrub level. All right, scrub level incoming. We've got 2 more starting pitchers to finish out the rotation, then 2 shortstops, which should be fun to make.
Scrub level players are always so fun.
Yeah. All right, starting pitcher, average age, scrub level, 5 of these.
Wow, there's a 70 stamina left-handed pitcher guy in this group. We want Jeremiah Traub.
Okay. I mean, it's got to be tough to pass up on Dario Vallis, though, right?
No, actually, again, I'm not trying to have these guys be extremely bad. They need to be bad enough and eat enough innings so that we don't get to the bullpen.
Okay,
And
fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah.
so, like I said, I think that that's like been the common, like everyone's trying to min max in these pitching spots, and I just don't know if that's the right approach.
Yeah. Well, this will be a good test for it. All right, so last starting pitcher, finish out the rotation with another scrub. Is baseball the only sport where there are advantages being left-handed?
Tennis, you get some.
Okay, tennis. Oh, I guess soccer too, because like you can probably be a little more effective on a certain wing position if you're lefty versus righty.
Oh, I really want to take Brad Harrison, but yeah, we're gonna take Brad Harrison.
Okay. Similar philosophy, just not a lefty.
Yeah, Hubbard was sitting right there too, but
I was reading a book about soccer, and I thought it was interesting because when I was growing up playing soccer, we put our left-footed kickers on the left wing, thinking they would cross in from the left, and the right-footed kickers would cross in from the right. But in the book, it was saying that since the strategies have changed, instead of just crossing into the box, there's a lot more like cutting in towards the box, and so in that case, you want your righties on the left and your lefties on the right, which I hadn't thought about, but I thought that was interesting. Okay, so I think we're done
oh,
with
I know.
pitchers.
It's race car driving, right? Nerd of Anarchy. Oh wait, no, that's wrong.
All right, shortstops now. Yeah, OTP will literally not let you play the left side of the infield if you're a left-handed thrower. I learned that when I was trying to make a team of Barry Bondses. Yeah, in high school we played against the lefty shortstop, but it won't let you be a major league lefty shortstop. All right, here we go.
Shortstops. How could you not pick Alfredo Cruz though?
I mean, he's pretty much clearly the worst bat here.
Um, actually, I might not take him.
Oh, okay, all right.
Uh, I looked further down, and I think I actually want Tyler Parr.
All right, going with a complete noodle power. Also less defense.
Yeah, I saw Cruz, and he looks to be just a little bit too good defensively for my team,
All right. So Tyler
being as
Parr.
terrible as it is.
He is a Swiss Army knife. But I mean, when the bat's that bad, by all means, use him as a Swiss Army knife. All right, last pick, last player is going to be a shortstop at the bench at the scrub level. Let's get one more player out here. All right, let's get these guys out here. Oof.
All right, Manny Mendez, you look
Yeah.
terrible at everything.
Worse
Welcome
defense
to the
and
team.
worse offense. All right. So, what makes a lefty so dangerous in polo? All right, let's make sure we got a full roster here and everyone's labeled. That's yet another reason I haven't played. It's amazing. All right. Roster select. Okay, do you want to do pitching staff, batting orders, or strategy?
Let's do batting first.
Okay. First, let's look at the position coverage. Only 2 center fielders. Everywhere else, you've got, at least an extra backup. So let's look at the batting. We'll sort them by rating. Maxed out at 3 stars. That's pretty good. Let's see what the computer wants to do here. You have a good level catcher on the bench.
Oh, interesting.
Willie Rube is your starting second baseman. So that's good. He's that 35 defender.
Oh no, it started the other third baseman at shortstop though.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, you got 2 third basemen starting. So your 2 shortstops are on the bench.
Okay, let's go to pitching next.
What is Bobbitt at shortstop though? He's a. At least you have a 30 shortstop. That takes some of the sting off of it. Okay. Pitching next. Okay. And unfortunately, did keep all your starting pitchers in the rotation, so we won't get to move anyone up to the number 1 spot.
That's
But
fine.
Pip's your number 1. Harrison's your number 5. So what rotation mode would you like to do?
We'll go strict order.
Yeah, get Harrison those starts. All right, and then strategy. Which one do you want to run?
I never get this right, and I always have to see them first. But I
Sure.
think it is. Can I see tactician first?
Yeah, tactician has the slowest hook, and is pretty active on the strategies.
Yeah, that's the one.
Okay. All right. I think that's it. Let's go ahead and save this. We're good to go. How do you feel about the roster you got?
I actually like the team. It feels better than the last one. Like I said, it does really come down to a lot of the NL Central RNG and just RNG in general from
Yeah.
if you're going to get those 10 extra losses or not to break the record, or if your team is going to win 70 games. It seems like that's always the case. I'm not loving that it started Bobbitt at shortstop, but
Yeah, yeah. I'm thinking about offering in 27 um, an an option to use Channel Play Redemption to run one back because we save all these as quick starts anyway. So if you feel like you got bad RNG during the season, you can use the Channel Play Redemption to like run back a roster you've already built previously. Um, I thought people might like that for when they feel like Man, I had such a good team, but it like I feel like I got unlucky during the season. So I'm thinking about adding that one in 27 or
I
28.
know that there would be some of the other people who do Cradle roster low ball who would definitely love to entertain that. I don't know if I am the select audience for that option, but
Yeah.
it, a few names come to mind.
All right. Well, thanks for the channel for redemption, and thanks for being on the voice chat tonight. And I will see you in the regular chat.
Thank you.
All right. That was great. That went well. I think the mic worked out. It was cutting out a little bit in the beginning, but then seemed to work fine the rest of the way. So, thanks for being in the voice chat. All right, so let's see how we're coming on the pack giveaway for. I know most people wait till the roster's built to submit, so I'm not surprised. We only have one entrant so far. But what we usually do here is we run an ad break so that we don't get interrupted during the sim, and also it acts as a 3-minute warning for people who are submitting their forms. Now it looks like we just came out of an ad break, so I don't know if it'll let me run one right away. But could try it out. Yeah, Dono, no rush, no rush. And if you want to, screenshot this so you can see it during the BRB, this is the lineup screen. I know Nerd of Anarchy is one who likes to screenshot so that he can always keep referencing the roster as he fills out his form. So yeah, there's no rush. Even after the 3-minute ad break, I will ask to make sure I'm not shutting anyone out when I close the form. I'm gonna try running the 3-minute ads here right now. It may not let me because it just came out of ads. It won't make any difference to Dono. All right, commercial 180. Let's see if it'll do it. Yeah, it's not gonna let me do it yet. So let's go ahead and save this as a quick start. Something I have to do before we leave anyway. Lowball 27, rebjr, version 2. Make a channel for redemption for code calling the first. So the thing with that though is the lag. I think would make that pretty rough. That's the only thing I would worry about is co-streaming the play by play. So some of the things. So I think the re-roll has been generally seen as a positive thing. That was new this cycle, and I don't think we have to change anything every cycle, but the getting to run one back I thought would be a good one. Another is giving you the option to uh, upload a strategy file so that we can just use your strategy file. The main reason I don't let people customize stuff is well, there's two things. The first is I feel like it again, like I try to make it so there are a lot of things in the game that kind of even things out between contestants, but I think also just the amount of time it would take to tweak strategies, because all the creator roster games take quite a while to set things up, and I stream late at night. I want to get to bed, so that's one way I use to kind of keep the time shorter. But if people can submit a form in advance and I can have it ready for downloading, I think like that's a pretty reasonable thing to do. I just don't know how many people would care to use it versus like just using one of the 8 presets. So let me see if it'll run the ads now. Okay, great. I'll see you all in a few minutes. Good luck with the pack giveaway forms. We are back from the ad break. We've got another hour plus now before we get ads, so we can get to the sim for sure without being interrupted. So is anyone else working on a pack giveaway form? Otherwise, I'm going to close things up. We did get a bunch of entrants in over the BRB, so I feel pretty good that that people had time, but do want to check to make sure no one else is just about to hit submit. I'm going to... Oh, actually, I do have the spreadsheet already set up, so that's good. I'm going to resize some things on the spreadsheet real quick so everyone will have a little bit of extra time if they need to submit. But yeah, very engaged group tonight on the pack giveaway. All right, I think we're ready to go there. Anyone else want to submit or ask me to hold off on closing the form? All right, form is closed. I will reopen it if someone asks me to reopen it before I show the guesses, but I am about to show the guesses, so time is running out. All right, here we go. These are the guesses from the 7 contestants we have tonight, which is pretty good for a late night stream, especially without the Ezra lead-in tonight. But we did get a big raid from Will Bay, which I'm sure helped. But here we go. Will this team be the worst in the majors? A majority think so, and that's tough because the Rockies exist. Almost everyone thinks that they'll have the worst record in the sub-league, which in this case would be the National League, which is surprising because if you're going to be worse than the National League, then I think you'd definitely be worse than the majors because the Rockies are usually the worst in the majors in our saves here. But everyone thinks they'll be last in the NL Central, which feels like a pretty safe bet. Visky Skeet, thank you for the follow. Welcome in. Yeah, you did sell people on the AL team simming better. And then no one thinks this team will make the playoffs, and no one thinks this team will win the division. So, okay, which those all make sense. Zero thinks he messed up that part. Low ball can get confusing. Everything's backwards logic, so it can get confusing. All right, we're going to go ahead and sim to opening day. So the preseason predictions will become available. You'll see up here it says generating MLB season predictions. Those become available on opening day. Opening day is early this season because of the Tokyo series. So it'll be the Cubs and the Dodgers playing in that. But first, let's go to MLB reports and info and preseason predictions. And see what they think about this Cardinals team. Wow, they have the Cardinals finishing ahead of the Reds. 72-90. And the Rockies at 58 wins. Even the 58 wins for the Rockies seems generous. And it's got the Guardians at 68 wins and the Angels at 66 wins. Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I thought the roster you put together was a lot worse than 72 wins. I mean, worst case, I thought it would be, in the low 60s, but I thought it had a chance to be in the running with the teams in the 50s. But we've seen the prediction be wrong before, so I think it's maybe a little too many runs. 737 runs. The 9-10 runs against seems fine. The 737 might be a little high historically among low ball teams. But yeah, I'm a little surprised at that win total. When the roster was coming together, I thought this was a mid to high 50 win roster. But oh, did I put the Orioles in the form? I don't think I did. Did I? I thought I changed it to the Cardinals. Oh shoot, the form does say the Orioles. Yeah, that's my bad. It's supposed to be the Cardinals. Well, at least it was wrong for everybody. Sorry about that. If you were here at the beginning, you probably got a slight benefit because you saw us setting it up for the Cardinals. But yeah, my apologies for that. So Z Grizzly, you probably didn't fill it out wrong. I set up the form wrong. Yeah, so yeah, that makes sense why we had those answers then. Because the form was incorrect. Hashtag professional. Oh, thank you, Holler. Thank you, Holler, for forgiving me. I appreciate it. I do feel bad. Every time I make a mistake in the form, I feel bad. Which is often. Usually, though, I catch it before the sim, and we're at least able to work it out, but yeah, that's not ideal. All right, let's go to the opening day. Our opening day. So we got a sim past the Tokyo series. It is for only 3 questions, and I think the more entertaining, I know it's for fewer packs, but I think the more entertaining part of the pack giveaway is the second place section. And so it shouldn't affect that. Unless you're really into ballpark factors. All right, so here we go. Let's go to opening day. It is Joe Ryan against Nick Pip. Look at this terrible profile. He does actually have some control, though. All right, let's see how this goes. We'll hide scores. And highlight reel. All right, so it is the top of the first. Already runners on first and second with 1 out. So good low ball start here for Nick Pip. And the righty-lefty matchup favoring the other team as Matt Wallner comes up. Cleanup hitter. Fly ball deep right field. That looks like it's got the distance, and it's gone. 3-run shot. Already down 3-0. Good way to start the low ball season. It is 3-1, and the tying run is at the plate for the low ball team. McManus with 2 outs and that high bounce that Ezra teaches us about. You know, it's not that it's always a base hit. Here's the high bounce that Ezra talks about. That high bounce right there, and then it goes low. I always thought he was saying that's always a base hit, but that was an error. But again, he does end up on base. So it's interesting that the animation helps you predict what's going to happen. All right, we'll escape with only 1 run scored, and we're in the top of the 4th. The Twins are threatening against second and third with only 1 out. Willie Castro up with an 0-1 count. Infield is in, and he pops it up. Wasted opportunity. 2 outs and an 0-1 count to Royce Lewis. Flies one to center field, and that's going to hang up for the out. So they threaten but can't score. Bottom of the 6th, down by 1. John Cole leading things off. Blooper in the right field. That's going to be a leadoff single. Full count to Andy McManus. Draws the walk. That brings up Hinojosa. A little dribbler in front of the plate. Oh, he's going to beat it out. That's an infield hit. Bases loaded for Blake Bobbitt. Infield in. And he draws the walk. Still no outs for Alvarez. Come on, Joe Ryan. What are you doing? Ground ball to short. The throw home. In time. The throw to first. Not in time. So 1 out. Base is still loaded for Madugno. Ground ball to short. Throw home. In time. Still tied. 2 outs no and a 3-0 count. Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. They walk a run in. They walk the go-ahead run in. Andy Sanchez. Ground ball to short. Over to first. Oh my goodness. The throw gets away. You gotta be kidding me. Now 5-3. Top of the 7th. Castro leading things off with a full count. Does draw the walk. And the leadoff walks tend to come back to haunt you. Royce Lewis. Ground ball to third. To second. Over to first. Oh, and it's a double play. All right, top of the 8th. Twins up again. Buxton with 1 out. 2-1 count. Fly ball to left. Oh, the left fielder's nonchalantly walking over to the ball. Meanwhile, Buxton's legging out a triple. There you go. Thank you, Aurelia, for yet another gigantified emote. Is that whatever that creature is running out a triple? Buxton legging that out while the left fielder just strolled on over. All right, this week's have Keyshaw with 1 out and an 0-2 count. With a blooper to left, that's going to score the run and lead to another base runner. It's now 1-run game, full count to Jeffers. Oh, he goes down swinging. 2 outs and an 0-1 count to Larnach. Fly ball to right, and that's going to be an out. All right, bottom of the 8th. We do not need insurance runs. Go sit down, Alvarez. Go sit down. Line drive to center field. Off the wall. We did not need that. We did not need that, Alvarez. All right, 1 out double. All right, must not have scored because we're now in the top of the 9th. Twins looking to tie things up. Tie France up with a 3-1 count, leading things off. Lead off walk. Gotta like that. Willie Castro. Blooper to right. First and third. Royce Lewis. 1-2 count. Infield is in. Ground ball to third. Over to first. They do get the out, but the runner on first advances, so it's second and third with 1 out. No double play available. Ground ball to third. Infield is in. Over to first. Oh, man. Come on, guys. 2 outs. 2-0 count. Bases are now loaded for Keishel. And he pops him up to the pitcher. And that's going to... Wait. When did they score a run? I missed that. Yeah, they scored a run somewhere in there to tie the game. All right, bottom of the 9th. Do not score. Do not score, Cardinals. Goes down swinging. 2 outs, 1-2 count. Another strikeout here would be nice. Line drive to the first baseman. Wait, where's the ball? Oh, it's in the corner. All right, runner on second with 2 outs, 0-1 count to McManus. Ground ball to second, over to first for the out. All right, bonus baseball on opening day. Jeffers leading off the top of the 10th for the Twins, 2-2 count. Pops him up to the third baseman. Squeezes for the first out. 2 outs now in a 1-2 count to tie France. He goes down swinging. Bottom of the 10th. Hinojosa. 0-2 count. Line drive into right. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Leadoff single. That brings up Bobbitt. Bobbitt goes down swinging. Line drive into center field. That's going to drop in. Throw to third is cut off. They hold the runner at second, so it's still first and second for Joey Ross Chandler. 1-2 count. Ground ball is short over to second. No throw to first, though. It'll be 2 outs. Runners on first and third for Tyler Parr. Scrub level shortstop. Ground ball to first. Unassisted. That's going to end the inning. Top of the 11th. 1-2 count to Willie Castro. Line drive into center field for the out. 2 outs and a 2-2 count. Harrison Bader. Goes down looking. All right, bottom of the 11th. Andy Sanchez. Fly ball to right field. And that's going to be out number 1. John Cole. Line drive to center. Base hit. McManus. Line drive past the third baseman. Oh no, this is going to be trouble. The throw in. Get it in. Come on. They hold the runner? Oh no, he scored. Oh. St. Louis wins in extra innings. I know. I've been resisting the urge to say that Blake Bobbitt had some nice cuts at the ball or some nice hacks. All right, standings view. Let's run the month of March. And then March is a short month, so we'll go right to April before we take a look at the standings here. Crouton's growling at that joke. He didn't like it. Seven consecutive on base by McManus. Apparently, he did not get the low ball menu. All right, the good news is we're last in the NL Central. The bad news was we're already 3 wins ahead of the Rockies and surprisingly 5 wins ahead of the Braves. Yeah, the Braves are having a rough season here. Let's check the leaderboard. Hopefully we don't have one on the leaderboard. Yeah, leaderboard's clear, at least. All right, let's run another month. We're playing 500 ball here. That's a problem. All right, we're back down into the 400s. Can we get down to the 300? We're down in the 300s now. Eight consecutive strikeouts by Benitez. All right, 24 and 34, 414 win percentage. That's a lot more like it. We were above 500 for a while there. The Braves still playing 339 ball with 20 wins. AW's Rays with 22 wins. The White Sox with 21 and the Athletics with 20. The Rockies, though, as usual, the class of low ball with 17 wins. We're already 7 wins ahead of the Rockies, and it's only June 1st. Let's take a look at the monthly win percentages. .481 ball in April, 370 in May. So we are improving from a low ball perspective. So hope we can keep that up as we head into June. Oh, already the rebuilding begins on June 2nd. That's also a question I'm thinking about adding to the low ball form next cycle is on what date will the owner shift to rebuilding? Yeah, the hops are just a little too far for us. We live in Southeast Portland, so the hops are a bit of a haul for us to go to. But we've been to a bunch of Pickles games. All right, 24 and 35 as we head into. We're in June. We were interrupted by the owner, so I'll finish off the month of June here. It's a 30-40 minute drive. Yeah, and you're more likely to see like future major leaguers there. We're just seeing a bunch of college kids playing, but my kids don't know the difference, and they have a good time with the game. So 32 and 54. We are tied with the Braves now for the second worst record in the National League. The Rockies at 28 and 56. The White Sox and Athletics, so they're right down there with the Rockies with 30 wins. I can't figure out this Cardinals team. We're playing 500 ball earlier. Now they're down into 372. So which is the real version of the Cardinals here? We'll find out as we head to the All-Star break. All right, only 3 wins ahead of the Rockies now. For a pretty good spot. 1 win ahead of the White Sox, but now behind the Athletics and finally behind the Rays. So pretty good spot head to All-Star. We have one more game to sim. It is a win, unfortunately, 36 and 61. 4 wins ahead of the Rockies, and still 1 win ahead of the White Sox, tied with the Rays. I should go for some brisket. I would love some brisket, especially when my wife is out of town. So my wife's vegetarian, and whenever she goes out of town, so I'll call some of my friends to see if they want to go get steak or something. So now when I call them, like, oh, is your wife out of town? I'm like, yeah. That's the sure sign. I play Sim 6 and I eat meat. I go out to eat meat. All right, let's check out the All-Star voting. All right, and NL, yeah, NL. All right, looking for Cardinals. No votes so far. That's pretty good. This is the second. Flying WV, I think, just did it too, where no top 3 vote getters for the Creator Lowball team. I think this and Flying WV's last one are the only times I've seen it. That's awesome. All right, now the pitching. Computer not very good at voting for imported or created pitchers. So we'll have to take a look here at the pitching stats. Okay, the closer is Neil Breeding. He has a 2.61 ERA. I don't think that's going to be good enough to get an All-Star berth, but Guzman with a 1.42 ERA, he might have a chance. 1.11 whip, 14.0 strikeouts per 9. I think he's one that might potentially get an All-Star bid. Yeah, the Reds are in second place in the preseason prediction and have them worse than this team. Yeah. Like I said, sometimes the preseason predictions are uncannily accurate, and other times, it's like I don't know what they were thinking. All right, let's see who was actually selected. Okay, it did take McGregor. That was the relief pitcher, but not the one I called out. I think that's a different one than the one I called out. All right, just the one relief pitcher, just one All-Star. All right, that's one of the tougher parts of the award cycle to avoid. So, one All-Star. Relief pitcher of the year is the hardest to avoid votes in. Right, home run challenge. We do not have everyone in here, which is a good sign. Otani, Judge, Soto, and Kurtz advance. This seems like the usual suspects here. Otani and Soto advance. And Soto takes it from Otani. Unexpected. Mets legend. All right, really. Have a good night. Take care of that finger. Hope you start feeling better. Thank you for yet another Gigantified emote. And I noticed that the emote only has 3 fingers, much like Reliot only has 4 fingers left. No, seriously, I hope your finger starts to feel better. Sounds like you had a rough day today. Hope tomorrow's better for you. All right, let's go to the All-Star game. We are going to be on the National League. We have our one player helping the National League lose 3-7. Let's see if he got in the game. He did. He closed the game with 1 inning and gave up an earned run on 2 hits. But it was a meaningless run. They're already ahead 6-3, so it was an insurance run. Yeah, eyebrows, fingertips, both highly overrated. Note, this emote also has no eyebrows. No eyebrows and missing 2 fingers. So, very appropriate for today's stories. Alright, let's go back to the standings view. We're going to finish out the month of July. Ooh, the Rockies won a couple there, so it is getting close. 3 wins out of the Rockies now, 42 versus 39. The Rays are in there with 40 wins, though. This is a really tight lowball race this year. All right, let's do the month of August. Then we might switch to week by week once we hit September, depending on what's going on. Oh, the Rockies are winning. It's getting tight. Oh, I mean, the Rockies have more wins. It's neck and neck. Oh, my goodness. Andy Sanchez gets Player of the Week. Cardinals 49 wins. Rockies 49 wins. But we are 1 ahead in the loss column, which is a slight advantage. And all the other teams in the AL have moved ahead. So 49-89 also still has a shot at the leaderboard as well. 54 is the leaderboard. So 138 games so far, I believe. So 24 more games to go. And you have to avoid 5 losses. That's going to be tough. But let's go week by week here. Oh, an extra base hit streak by Bobbitt. All right, 51 wins. The Rockies have 50. And we're tied in the loss column now. The Rockies just refuse to lose. 51-99 now versus 50-100. So now they are ahead in the loss column, which gives them a slight advantage. All right, we have about 2 weeks left to go, so we'll sim 1 more week. $52-104 has a shot at both worse than the majors and the leaderboard. All right, let's switch to game by game now. We have less than a week left in the season. We're tracking the Rockies and the Cardinals. Okay, it looks like the Rockies have the night off, but the Cardinals are playing the Giants. It is a loss, so 52-105. 5 games left to go. Have to avoid 2 more wins. All right, the Rockies are facing the Mariners, and the Cardinals are still playing the Giants. The Rockies lose 7-0. They got 2 hit by the Mariners. Come on. They're not even trying to make it look like they're not playing low ball. Gee. Okay. Facing the Giants. Ezra Denny looking to play spoiler here. It is another loss. So we're at game 158. 4 more games to go. Have to avoid 2 wins. All right, where are the Rockies? Are they still in interleague play? Yeah, they're still playing the Mariners. Oh, it's a shootout, but the Rockies lose 15-12. They were up 6-0, and then they were tied 6-6. Then they were down 12-6. That's amazing. They were up 6-0. Like, oh yeah, we're gonna win this, and then they're tied 6-6. I'm like, okay, we can still come back. Then they're down 12-6. Amazing. Oh, unbelievable. All right, let's go the next day. No, let's do the Rockies game first since we're already down here. Rockies lose 15-3. Another football score. And we need a loss to keep pace, but we have no game today. All right, so here's the Rockies game. Now they're playing the Giants. They lose 8-6. They are not giving any ground. Cardinals play the Cubs, a 105-win Cubs team. So this bodes well for rebjr's low ball chances. And I jinxed it. St. Louis wins 8-7. 53-107. Two games left. Have to avoid a win to take over sole possession of first place. All right, 53-win Cardinals team. Let's go to the Rockies. Oh, they're the Rockies right there. 52-win Rockies team right now. Rockies lose 6-2. They have 1 game left. Cardinals win again. I never should have said 105-win Cubs team. Cardinals have won 2 in a row since I said that. 1 game left to go. Tied right now for first place on the leaderboard. And cannot catch the Rockies for the worst record in the majors. All right, where are the Rockies? Rockies again playing the Giants. The Rockies lose 2-1. Unbelievable. All right. Last game of the season for the Cardinals. Tied right now for the top of the leaderboard. The worst you can do is second place on the leaderboard. Sole possession of second place. I think this is worth watching, this game. I learned this from Spyfish, and we're going to turn off achievements just in case there's a spoiler in there. It's usually not an issue unless we're playing regular creator roster, but still, just in case. All right, scores are hidden. We're going to watch this game. All right, top of the first. It's in Wrigley, so I don't know if that helps or hurts, but all right, Omar Maldonado leading things off. Line drive into left center field. That's off the wall for extra bases. Lead off extra base hit by Maldonado. Okay. They got out of there without allowing a run. Cubs are now up. Runner on first, 2 outs and a 1-1 count to Seiya Suzuki. Oh, that's gone. That's a Gwen Stefani. No doubt to left center field. 409 feet. Omar Maldonado up for the Creator Roster team with a runner on first. Ground ball to second, to short, back to first, double play. Bottom of the third, Cubs threatening again. Runner on first with 2 outs and a 2-1 count. Seiya Suzuki. Can he go 2 bombs this game? Oh my goodness, same spot, same outcome, another home run. 2 2-run shots by Seiya Suzuki to the same exact spot. And the Cardinals are batting in the top of the ninth with 2 outs. This is usually a sign that the game has given up. Ground ball to short, unassisted. All right, well, congratulations. You've tied the low ball record for the cycle. Did not get worst record in the majors, but did tie Flying W for the fewest wins. All right, we got to go to the postseason and the postseason awards. Let's save this to make it official. Yeah, rebjr, I don't know what to say about winning 2 games against a 105 win Cubs team. It's unbelievable. All right, let's watch the postseason. Oh yeah, we can turn the achievements back on. That's right. Looks like we must have a game 163 somewhere because it hasn't ended the season yet. Oh, we haven't finished this game. We just finished our game. Okay, there is going to be a 163 between the Twins and the Tigers. They're tied atop the AL Central right now. Twins win 6-4. Now the Tigers make the playoffs. No, the division lead was too low, so that was to make the playoffs. So the Tigers don't even get a wild card spot; they just go home. Yeah, being 17 games under projection is pretty sweet. All right, so now we should be in the postseason, right? Yep. All right, wild card round. Reds beat the Padres. They'll face the Cubs. The Dodgers sweep the Diamondbacks. They'll face the Phillies. Twins beat the Mariners. They'll face the Rangers. And the Yankees sweep the Astros to face the Blue Jays. Cubs beat the Reds 3-2. Dodgers sweep the Phillies, so it'll be Cubs Dodgers. The Yankees beat the Blue Jays 3-1, and the Rangers swept the Twins, so it'll be Yankees Rangers on that side of the bracket. Ah, that's right, rebjr. The Reds were supposed to be worse than the Cardinals, and they forced a Game 5 in the NLDS. All right, Cubs beat the Dodgers. I'm telling you, the Cubs are the OOTP26 Dodgers of OOTP27. They sim incredibly well. And the Yankees beat the Rangers in 7. So it's going to be Cubs, Yankees. This is the second Cubs Yankees we had in recent sims here. Oh, it goes to a game 7 in November, and the Cubs win the World Series. They win the World Series even though they couldn't beat the low ball team. That is so funny. All right, you did get a game score of 1. That's always a good start. I mean, you are in first place, Reb Jr. I don't know that a lot of people are going to feel sorry for you being in first place. 54 wins. Let's see. And it's not like you came back in the 9th inning like you did last time. Let's see. How many games behind? 52 games behind. That is a new record. 52 games behind is a new record. That's awesome. That smashes the old record was 43. So you increased the games behind record by almost 20%. Yeah, I'll show that in a second. I'm going to look at a few things here, including the win percentage by month. July was the worst, 10-14. So I think that's the month you want to see. July is the one you want to see, I think. Oh yeah, April. Oh yeah, you're right. April is the worst one. And then we want to see runs scored 685. Not the lowest, but on the low side. Runs against 927. Again, it's this team wasn't great at any one thing, but they were just good across the board. Even the run differential was only negative 242. The record is negative 394. Let's look at the mouse hover stuff real quick while we're in here. 29, 12, 30. And on the defensive side, 26, 21, 27. I think that might challenge Find MV's record for the total. It does. You're now in second place for the worst total rankings. So you were worse in the division, but not worse in the league, and not worse in the majors. All right, so let's look at that monthly schedule here. I mean, you are starting against the Angels. I mean, it is a collection of some of the worst teams, I guess. Like, I think the Red Sox don't sim very well. Let's see. Well, they were 87-75, so that's not true. The Pirates. The Pirates again, 84-78. So these are not bad simming teams. Other than the Braves, who sim poorly, it's actually teams that should have beaten you, I think. So yeah, I don't think it's necessarily schedule related. At least not that month. All right, let's do the postseason awards so we can get to the pack giveaway. All right, first up is Great Glove Awards. You managed to avoid Great Glove Awards here, so no Great Glove Awards. Okay, relief pitcher of the year. This is the hardest thing probably to avoid votes in. Guzman with 8 holds and a 1.91 ERA and a .92 whip. I'm worried about him. The closer, I'm not worried about with the 3.28 ERA. Oh, you do avoid all votes for relief pitcher of the year, so it should be pretty clear sailing. As long as you can get past the Silver Slugger Award. Yeah, the top OPS is at 843, so although it is 22 home runs from a catcher, we'll have to see about that. Yeah, no Silver Sluggers. Hunter Goodman saved you there, 298 with 31 home runs. So this might be the first non-flying WB person to sweep the award categories here for a low ball. Because I don't think you're getting into Cy Young votes if you didn't get any relief pitcher of the year votes. Rookie of the year, we don't have anyone eligible. And then Cy Young Award. I can't imagine you get points here without getting any relief pitcher of the year votes. Yeah, you're clear here. And without any Silver Sluggers, I would think you're safe for the MVP. The long list worries me a little bit, but yeah, you're safe. You're safe. So the first non-flying WB person to get the perfect award cycle. Only one All-Star and no votes or awards for any other things there. So that's nice. It's happened a lot more in this. This is I think Flying WB's done it 3 times this cycle. This is the 4th. Last cycle, Flying WB was the only one to do it all cycle. So I don't know if something shifted, but it's happening a lot more this cycle. But again, first one other than Flying W to do it, so congrats on that. Alright, I think we have enough information now that we can do our pack giveaway. So let's get that on the screen. Alright, good luck everybody. Here we go. Will this team have the worst record in the majors? They did not. Will they have the worst record in the sub-league? They did not. Now this might be my fault, but Nerd of Anarchy does win. And not uncommon for the person running the sim to win. They know the team better than anybody. Now if it had come down to win total, 54. Z Grizzly would have been closest with 57 out of the contestants we had left. But Donna and Z Grizzly will get 3 bonus points in the second half here for making it to the deciding question. Alright, so we're going to start. First, let's shrink this down. Alright, so Nerd of Anarchy doesn't get any questions or answers reviewed, having won it, and then Don and Z Grizzly will get 3 bonus points each. Alright, starting with games behind, 52 games behind, which is a new record. The Hollers closest there with 47. All-Stars, just the one. Just the one. So everybody but AW gets points there. You put 0? 0 All-Stars? Oh, 0 games behind. Yeah. That's funny. All right, Gold Glove winners. There were no Gold Glove winners. It was a clean award cycle. So, all right, Platinum Sick Awards again 0. All right, what's next? Oh, the mouse over questions. All right, first up, I have these on the leaderboard here. All right, run scored 29th. AW gets a solo point there. Batting average 12th. 12th. Zegrously 20th. Not close, but closest. And home runs hit 30th. Great job. Actually, the first team to finish last in home runs. So congrats there. V. Trudell, Dono, and rebjr all correctly predicted 30th. On the defensive side, ERA 26th. So the Holler is 2 away with 24th. Nerd of Anarchy would have gotten a point there too, I guess, with 24th. Strikeouts thrown 21st. Z Grizzly closest with 20. So solo points for each of the last two questions. And on the final one, defensive efficiency 27th. So Z Grizzly and the Holler 2 points away there. All right, so heading into the batting questions, we've got V. Trudell with 4, Dono with 2 plus the 3 bonuses 5, Z Grizzly 6 plus the 3 bonuses 9, the Holler 6 with no bonuses, AW 2, and Rev Jr. 4. So there's still a bunch of folks still in the running because there are a lot of questions still left to go. But the first is home runs hit by the team leader in home runs. It's a very low number, 22 by Hinojosa. 22, which V. Trudell guessed exactly right, as did Rev Jr. Strikeouts by batter. Actually lower than I would have thought. Omar Maldonado with 138. The problem is that's your leadoff hitter leading the team in strikeouts. 138. You guys guessed it pretty well, though. AW's closest there with 141. Look at the three of you sharing a brain cell guessing 145. Three of you guessing 145. Lowest, the defensive efficiency is not the worst. There have been a couple of 30s and a 29. Lowest batting average, at least 300 plate appearances. Got to go up to Uribe to get to the 300 plate appearances. 237. So V. Trudell's going to take it with a 210 guess. And lowest OPS. Yeah, 138 is lower than I was expecting, Grizzly, for sure. But, no one's taking power eye guys in low ball, so I guess maybe that makes sense. The lowest OPS with at least 200 plate appearances, Uribe, again with a 657. .657. .666 is going to be the closest. And the worst batter WAR. Negative 1.3 by Joey Ross Chandler. So the Holler's going to be the closest there with negative 2.1. All right, so 2 more for Vitrudel to go to 6. 1 more for Dono. No more for Z Grizzly. 1 more for the Holler. 1 more for AW. And 1 more for Red Jr. So Z Grizzly's still in the lead, but Vitrudel and Dono within 3. The Holler within 2, and Red Jr. within 4. Oh, Dono takes which one? Negative 1.3 is the answer. Oh, negative 2.0. You're right. Dono takes it. Sorry about that. Hashtag professional. So Dono goes to 7. And the Holler goes to 6. Still both within striking distance of the lead. Z-Grizzly's lead. Alright, now we go to the pitching categories. Yeah, go Orioles, that's right. Alright, strikeouts thrown. 154 by Justin Jones. 154. So the Holler and Vitrudel are 7 away. That is the closest because Nerd's 149 is out of the mix. Home runs allowed. 35 by Brad Harrison. 35. Not as much as you might have thought. The Holler and Red Jr. are 3 away. Another case of shared guesses. Right, ERA. Worst ERA, 9.83, also by Harrison. So it's going to be 8.87. All right, let's see. Whip, highest whip, also Harrison, 2.34. Check out Z Grizzly with a 2.35 guess. And that is, does that guess clinch it for him? I think it might clinch it for him. And then the worst WAR, again, Brad Harrison, negative 3.5. It's going to be another tie. I think, wait, 2.34. Oh, so sorry, WAR, negative 3.5. Yeah, because Red Jr. is 1.3 away. Negative 3.5 is 0.6 away. So the Holler and Vitrudel. Alright, so the final tally is going to be 8 for Vitrudel, 7 for Dono, 10 for Z Grizzly, 9 for the Holler, 4 and 6. Man, the Holler coming up so close down the stretch. Oh, you want to do low ball again on the 31st? Okay, by all means. First place for Nerd of Anarchy, and then second place for Z Grizzly. You know, the Holler did that without the 3 bonus points too, so that's quite a performance by the Holler. Oh, that was a fun one. And again, congrats on being tied for first on the leaderboard with Flying WV. Lots of low ball activity. That the lead has moved from 58 to 57 to 54 now, and now tied for 54 pretty quickly in the last few runs. So, lots of good competitive runs lately. All right, let's see if I think we're gonna raid Midnight Sumo. There's less than a week left. Yeah, we've had 2 very different and successful strategies here, which is great. All right, so let's and now I think okay, Reb Jr. is also bumped from second place, but that's okay because now he's tied for first place. So yeah, the problem with the Rockies is I think everyone would have picked the Rockies, and so this has forced a lot of variety. Right, we've already had Orioles, White Sox, Angels, Nationals, Cardinals, Red Sox. So we've had 6 different teams used. So that's been great to see. Not only like are there different strategies, but there's a bunch of different teams being used too. All right, let's just gonna raid Midnight Sumo. I'm gonna hang out an Ophi stream too, but I there's only 5 days left in the Grand Sumo tournament, so we're gonna be raiding into them a lot. Down the home stretch of the sumo tournament. All right, and also coming up, we've got it's either pack rips or an experiment on Tuesday, depending on if LEs come out or not. I think the 21st is just Thursday. I might have to turn into a PTMS prep because I have more rosters to build than I thought. It's the PTWC type format where there's 3 different tournaments that you get points for to win the overall thing, and then we have a bunch of drafts to do too. So, it looks like I'm gonna have 1 traditional PTMS entry and 3 draft. If that is the case, I might have to use Thursday also for roster builds, and we'll use Friday for the drafts. But we'll see. I'm gonna wait till it officially comes out, but I'm pretty sure I read the standings correctly. And then Find MV on Saturday. Oh, the big thing though is EVC and NYC2 is gonna be playing Create a Roster on Friday afternoon. So come check that out, 4 p.m. Pacific time. We'll see if history repeats itself for the 3rd time, which would be unbelievable. All right, thanks again to Reb Jr. And then thank you also to Will Bay for the big raid tonight.